Hi everybody. Garlic. We're harvesting garlic. So this actually is an interesting one because normally you plant with just a whole clove, just a single clove. But this is where I use these little whole bulbs of garlic that have multiple. I've never done that before, so you can see that was each clove made its own multiple ones. So when do you harvest garlic? Garlic is harvested when it gets like this, when it dries out. Okay, and this is in July. This is late July. Um, and then when you harvest it, you take it out and then you cure it. Basically, let it dry. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll leave them like this. No, I'm gonna let them right here. And then a lot of times what you'll see is those beautiful garlic where they weave them together, where they're weaved together, and that's what I think I'm gonna do. And the reason is because you want the garlic to cure. And the reason that you want the garlic to cure is because it's not so much that you want to dry out. See, these stalks are still dry, but there's still fluid in them, and there's still some garlic juice and stuff like that. All the garlic juice goes back into, and actually the garlic bulb will grow a little bit while it's curing. And then you can and it's a lot of times it's curing for about 2 weeks or something like that, or sometimes even a couple months. But then you can then store them and then use them. So, and then when you replant, so garlic is what's called a biannual, or I forget what it's called, but anyways, you plant them in like August or September, and then they overwinter. Then the greens will come up before the winter time, and then the greens will die down. So the little garlic is under the ground in the winter time, even in frozen ground. And you would think, well, the frozen ground will kill it. It doesn't. And then in the springtime, then they come back up, and then they make their greens. And then if you've seen my video before, is what they'll do is they'll make this little curlicue. They'll make a flower top, and that flower top is also making seeds. But if it makes seeds, then it will send all the energy into the seeds. So to get nice edible garlic, you snip that little off, and it's looks like a little pigtail. So when it does its first curlicue, that's when you snip it off, and then that makes the energy go back down into the ground to make your garlic bulbs. So now is time to harvest the garlic. And so that's what we're doing. It's harvesting the garlic. And these ones, since they were a little small, when I planted